Back and we'll be checking how everyone is doing.
And we'll see how much some of our students know about football.
And a look at a heroic teacher.
And a historic year for the track team.
Good morning, Staples.
Woke up cold one Tuesday. I'm looking tired and feeling quite sick. I felt like there was something missing in my day-to-day life. So I quickly opened the wardrobe, pulled out some jeans and a t-shirt that seemed clean, topped it off with a pair of old shoes that were ripped around the seams.
Good morning, Staples. I'm Hannah Foley.
And I'm Brad Payne.
It's Wednesday, February 15th, and we're back.
We'll have one show a week through the CAPT tests, and then get back on our regular schedule.
Now that our shows are up and rolling again, we need your help to announce events from our teams, clubs, and classes. We've set up a way to get announcements from anyone in the school. Here's Brad to explain how the process works.
So Staples, you see everyone here working behind me? Well, have you ever wondered where we get all the ideas from to make our pieces?
Hey Staples, so these two girls who run this club called Relay for Life really want to get this important message out to the Staples student body. So I decided to go out and interview them, and here's my interview, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Hello, I'm Michael.
And I'm Matt.
Today after school in room 3067, the Clark Club will be having a special guest, who is a man.
Well, the great news is, now you can submit your own ideas. By going to the Trumbull High School website and filling out a short little form, you could tell us your club information, your name, and who you want to talk to us, and what information you want on the air, and we can make a piece about it. It makes our life easier and it gets your news out there. So hopefully we get some ideas from you, Staples. During the first semester, we often introduced you to people who were new to Staples. Now that we're into the second semester, we thought we'd check in with them again. To see how things are going, let's find out.
Hi, I'm Sam Gasway. During one of our first shows, we went around and asked new teachers and students what they thought of Staples. Now, going back, we're going to see, after the first semester, what they think so far. Here are their responses.
Well, I thought Staples would be a really new and better experience than the one I had in middle school. And it really has been, with the freeze and the different classes I can take in the language. So I think it really worked out for the best.
It's been good. I like the teachers. It's a lot different.
First semester, it was a lot, but I carried through and it was fun.
Looking forward to many more semesters at Staples. Everything's been great.
I was really nervous for Staples because it's a really big school and a lot of people told me it was hard, but actually you get used to it. I didn't get lost.
As you can see from these interviews, people have really grown to like Staples over the first semester, and hopefully they'll continue to do so. Thanks for watching.
Yes, I've enjoyed Staples.
We're happy things seem to be going well here.
One other video about the changing semesters. As you know, many classes meet all year, but everyone got new electives in January. Mike went out to check on everyone's status.
Hello, this is semester here at Staples, and I went around to find out what new classes the kids have for the semester. Here's what I found out.
Well, I think my new classes for the semester is perfect. I can go to advanced drawing, learn more about how to draw people and their figures, and I'm taking culinary, which is delicious.
This semester I'm taking theater 2, and it's pretty good. This semester I'm taking a free, and it's really helpful with studying and getting muffins.
Taking accounting, pre-calc, intro to econ, TV production, and Irish lit, yeah. And I don't know, they're pretty good classes. I like them. Pretty nice how they work out with my schedule. And other than that, it's pretty sweet.
Hope you all are having a great time in your classes. So, I'll see you later.
For 2 weeks in March, all schools throughout Connecticut will be taking the CAPT test. Here's a piece to let you know how the CAPT testing will impact us here at Staples.
What do you know about the CAPT?
Well, I don't know much about them, but I wish the sophomores good luck.
Alright, for those who don't know much about CAPT, sophomores have to come in March, give long hours beginning in the day, give tests, and you study a lot for it in your English classes. But the best part is, if you're a freshman, junior, or senior, you get to take that advantage of the sophomores taking a test. We get to sleep in till whenever the tests are over. That's the beauty of it.
I did pretty good on the CAPT last year. It wasn't so bad. It was a little tough though. Well, you just have to be prepared and you must stay calm. But there was a good part. Welcome for me. I was a sophomore. The worst part, I had to wake up early.
CAPT testing happens every year. The first 2 weeks in March, lasts for 2 weeks. It's given to sophomores. It's a test that the state of Connecticut requires that all sophomores in the state take. I think it takes place over 2 weeks, maybe 8 days over those 2 weeks.
I'm Mrs. Cletty Hood. I'm an English teacher here at Staples, and I want to give you some advice for sailing through CAPT successfully. CAPT is a test that students as sophomores take, and the rest of the classes get to benefit from sleeping in a little bit. So take advantage of that when you have that as an opportunity. But my suggestion for the sophomores would be to pace yourself, make sure that you get a good breakfast, lots of sleep the night before, and that you take all the advice that you have from your teachers in how to do well, and you're going to do awesome on these exams.
I'm going to wish good luck to all the 10th graders out there, and do your best, have breakfast in the morning, and get at least 8 hours of sleep, and you should be fine.
On most days, the early morning commute to school is uneventful. But for one of our teachers recently, his trip to Westport turned into something some people will always remember. Hannah and her group have a story.
This week, my group and I interviewed Mr. Tippey to see what he did to help someone when they were in need. Can you please describe what happened the day of the accident?
It's about 6:30 in the morning. I come in pretty early, and in Bridgeport, there's a couple of overpasses and stuff, and the traffic slowed down, and I didn't actually see the accident itself, but I saw it was just finished, I guess. So there was it's a little hard to describe, but the truck had ended up kind of perpendicular to the right-hand concrete barrier, and everything was dark because I think the front of the truck had been smashed, so its lights were out. The car was dark, and didn't really look like anything was happening, but they would have taken it away if it was over. You know what I mean? They clear those things up. They don't just leave the trucks. So I pulled over and I got out and I went around. The truck driver was kind of standing there looking dazed, and I asked him if he called the police, and he said he hadn't, so I called the police and I tried to convince them to send an ambulance because I saw that the passenger car was smashed and I knew that somebody had to have been driving it and was still in there. And I couldn't really hear them well, and they were asking me lots of questions, so I hung up on the 911 operator because I wanted to see if the person was okay, and the passenger door was locked. So I went around and kind of climbed up on the concrete, and the driver's window had been smashed, I guess by the accident. It was open, and the guy was there, and I talked to him. He said his name was Pierre, and he had blood on his face, and he said his back hurt, so I didn't want to move him. And I was kind of leaning against the barrier and talking to him and trying to just talk to him while the police were coming because I didn't want to move him. But then I realized that there was gas flowing under the car. It was raining, and there was so there was already water flowing, and there was a lot of gas in it. It smelled really, and I looked over and I saw that the gas tank on the truck was leaking. So I asked the truck driver if he was leaking fuel, and he said yes. And I said, "Did you tell the police that?" And he said no. So I said, "You have to call the police again and tell them that there's all this diesel fuel leaking out." But then the first policeman arrived, and he went around to the passenger side of the car, and Pierre was able to, the guy in the accident was able to unlock the door. So the cop and I pulled the door open. It was kind of messed up, but we pulled it open and kind of helped Pierre out. And then we all walked away from the gas. And then it looked like the guy was going to be okay. The cop had it under control, so actually then I came to work because I didn't want to be late. I didn't know that I would be standing in gasoline until after it was happening. So I think it's important to help people when you can, but I also think that you have to make sure that you don't add yourself to an accident and make more of a problem for rescuers and stuff.
Now here's our sports report.
Okay, superfans, on the bottom of the screen you'll see the schedule for the next games this week. Catch some of the action, see some great games, and support our student athletes.
We're taping the show on Monday afternoon. On Monday night, both our basketball teams took on Greenwich. The Staples Television Network's last live broadcast was last Friday night when the boys' team played a game that went down to the final seconds against Trumbull. Here's a few highlights.
Back to Wiggins, over to Argosh, spots up from 3, nails it! Now gets it back up top. Whalen turns and knocks it down. Back to Argosh, spots up for 3, got it! Has to half court. Coleman from 3, yes! Up top Argosh for 3, yes! He's 4 for 5.
Kind of crowding.
Staples takes it away right off the inbound. Reverse layup, no good. Jolis on the follow-up, yes, off the glass. Outside for Rankowitz, his shot off the mark. Rebound, Whalen puts it back off the glass. Now for Whalen, Argosh for 3, got it! Rankowitz all the way to the hoop, got it, and the foul. On the outside, it's for Shanti, down low to a wide open Argosh. Reverse layup is good. Inbound comes for Rankowitz. To the hoop he goes. Got it. He works the outside. Spin move to the lane. Got it. Beautiful move by the junior point guard. Takes the shot now to Argosh. Hits his 3. He nailed it. Good front rim. Gets his own rebound. To the lane he goes. No look. And he put it in without even looking at the basket. Just trying to draw the foul. Doesn't do that, but does lay it in for 2.
If it seems that Laddie Lawrence is smiling a lot lately, it's likely because of the incredible year the track teams are having. You've heard Mr. Dodick give some announcements recently about the team, but pictures are worth 1,000 words. So Brad put this next piece together.
As we approach February break, we are approaching the end of yet another amazing indoor track season. This year, we have won FCX and state class, and have a good shot at winning state open next weekend. In their win in the state class meet, the boys team took first place in 4 different events. Henry Wynn won the 1,000-meter relay, and is now nationally ranked as one of the fastest in that event. The 2 teams of the 4x400 meter relay and the SMR took first place with crushing wins, and the SMR broke the school's record. And finally, Dean Hefnaway won the pole vault. The team greatly outscored the second place Greenwich, but early on during the meet, it was very close between us. From the team, 7 guys made All-State after the win, and 1 girl, Lexi Shatney, took All-State for the girls by winning pole vault. Also by winning FCX and state class, the team has become the first team to be nominated 2 consecutive weeks in a row for the Overtime Team of the Week poll. Now here's a quick word from Laddie on the 2 wins.
It's been a great season for indoor track so far. The boys won the Western Division Championships. They came back and won the FCAC Championships and then the Class LL State Championships. And we're looking forward to hopefully another great meet on Saturday with the State Opens. So far our toughest competition has come in our own conference between Danbury and Greenwich. And it looks like at the state level, that's where main competition will also be, plus a couple other teams. So we're looking forward to it. Hope you can join us at Hill House this Saturday.
Like Laddie said, we have state opens this weekend, and hopefully the team can bring back yet another win for us. Now let's throw it back to the host.
Well, that's it for sports, and that's our show for today.
It's great to be back, Staples.
The Period 2 class will have their first show the week after vacation.
That show will be on Wednesday, too.
The 2 weeks after that are CAPT.
We'll have some short shows on Thursday of both those weeks, and then we'll be able to go back to our normal Tuesday-Thursday schedule.
Don't forget to go visit our webpage and send us your announcements. Bye, Staples.
Bye, Staples.
I'm gonna race you, race you, race you, race you back home. The sun's going down now, and I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. Is there the dirt on my skirt and pebbles stuck in my toes? Oh, which way should we go?